Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I grew up working on cars with my dad, swapping out transmissions, swapping out motors a few times. In fact, my first car was a 1981 Mazda 626, and it was only my car because we bought it and then I completely rebuilt the motor and got it running. When I saw this car for sale, I could not pass it up. So let me show you what I got, and stick around, let's get some work done on it. Some of you probably already know what this is, but this is a 1979 Mustang. It's got the Foxbody, and it's a fun little car. I couldn't pass it up for a few reasons. You don't find very many of these for sale. One, two, the body's in decent shape. It needs some paint, some sanding, and whatnot, but it does run, and it does have some issues that I'll be working on. But I hate working on dirty cars. I will if I have to, but since this runs, I'm gonna pull it out, I'm gonna pressure wash it off, and then we're gonna get to work. Okay, I'm ready to go. Car is cleaned off. Let's get in here. Let's take a look at this Foxbody and see what we got to work with. So it cleaned up really well. Some of you may have noticed this is the 3.3 liter straight six inline six motor. It does start up and it does run pretty well. So this motor's pretty clean. The brake master there does have issues. The pedal goes all the way to the floor before it will start at all. Whoever replaced the battery cables did not do a good job using black on negative. They did a great job red on positive. So we'll either fix that or turn this black. What's gonna happen? I got my piece of wood here. Okay. That is a clean trunk. Take this cover out. Remove this. This trunk is pretty clean. Let's get in here. Let's take a look. I'm guessing this seat folds forward. I tell you, I'm not familiar with the Mustang at all. I mean, I know what they look like. I know they've been great cars, but I have never worked on one. I have no idea what I'm looking for. Oh, look at that. Original tire removal. It's got a jack. And oh, Somebody drove a little fast. The tire is no bueno. All right, we have to get that replaced. Yeah, a little dirty, but there's absolutely no rust in this spare tire well. A little rust on some bolts here for the trim. Man, this trim, inside trim, I guess you call it, it looks really good. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, just look at this. It is in immaculate shape. This side is missing a piece, and if I was to guess, I would think this was in the sun. That looks like sun rot to me. Somebody tried to do a little fix there. Other than that, there are a few spots here. I mean, that's maybe a little rust. Can't tell. Looks like there was some sort of undercoating. Maybe that's factory. If you do know if that's factory, let me know in the comments. And then we got, I mean, this trunk, other than dirty, it's got dirt in here. That is in fantastic shape. Underside of this bad boy looks really good. No rust, no pitting. It just looks great. That is not my license plate, but it looks like it was last registered and ran in 2007, which is different than what I was told, but you never know. Some people drive and don't register them. Take a chance. Whew. So far so good on this Foxbody. I told you this Mustang, I told you the body was in great shape, and the trunk just shows it. So let's take a look at the inside, see what we had to deal with. Oh, this original wood paneling. It's just, like a fake wood stickering. Let's work. Here's the dash hookups. Looks pretty good in there. Steering wheel's locked now. Hood release pedals. Judging by the wear on those pedals, yes, I would say. And then look at the inside of this door. This is fantastic. Looks great. So there is all the dash cover, speedometer cover, and those are all the trim pieces. All right. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this seat. Maybe it just moves forward. Oh, seat release is right on the very back. All right, look at the shape of these seats. Like I said, the last owner said they did replace the seats. Or I guess the seat covers, they had them redone. So there's a clip right back here on my hand. Why I didn't see it before, I don't know. Up on that. Look at this. I mean, it's dirty and aged, but no rust. And that is amazing. Okay. I mean, looks like a broken clip here. I don't know. Looks fine. And those are my bolts. Put this back on. This is a comfortable seat. A little bit low riding. I know that the parking brake does work. Oh, sweet. I just about bought one of these. This is a little tool to pop off the door rivets to keep the internal panels on, or sometimes the dash, other things. I was thinking about it. I'm glad I didn't pick one up because got one. All right, let's see. Scratch, repair, and renew. Nice. Turtle wax. And that's dang near full. There's a smelly good thing. And power steering fluid. We'll see. I don't know. I'm guessing problem with power steering. And body repair kit. All right, maybe. Probably bad. Now let's see here. I thought I saw something else under the seat. Let's see here. Oh, I did. What do we got here? Cream hardener. Probably for the body repair kit, probably. Oh, what's that? What's my finger going in there for? Okay. We're fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, that's it. Nothing under the seat. Okay. Whew. All right. I mean, look at this. Not a thing of rust. Look at that. Look. It's Ford on it. Okay, that's a little broke, but we can live with that. Oh, found some rust. That's the tape to hold on to the trim. Some of that I washed off. These are new tires. The tires and the rubber looks pretty decent. And kind of a rattle cam Craigslist rebuild there. Undercarriage looks good. So as you can see, this car, body-wise, interior-wise, fantastic shape. Who could pass this up? First things first, I want to get the dash back in so I can see the temperature gauge, oil pressure, RPMs, all that good stuff. So let's start there. So here I got the dash. You can see 52,878 miles. I'm guessing where the speedometer broke or had issues that it's probably a little higher than that. Hopefully not much more. I definitely need the oil pressure, fuel, alternator. I'm sure it's charging, and then the temperature. I believe these are some other lights. Now, if you have not seen the backside of one of these old school dashes, take a look at this. This was 1979, top of the line computer engineering. All these little pieces in here, you can see those are actually copper. Come down to these little terminals here where the wire harness will plug in. So this is just engineering and running copper and putting it in place. The bulbs here, they twist in. You see they have a connection here. See if I can get a good shot. There's two connections. One's basically positive and negative, and then those will come in and touch these boards here to create the continuity. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace every one of these bulbs with LED. They're brighter. It'll make the dash pop a little more. So we're going to go through and replace those right now. In the Foxbody, these have a 194. You probably can't see it's a 194 1F. The 1F I don't know if matters much, but the 194 is your size, also called a T10. So I'm taking that off. I bought an equivalent LED. You can buy these in any color. I just got white, so I don't have to worry about that. You can see the size. The ones I got, pretty much identical. So I'm just going to go. I'm not getting rid of these because I might use them somewhere else. But since I have the dash out, I'm going to replace all of these just to make sure I got good bulbs. It's probably not very easy to get the dash out. I'm going to find out in a minute when I go put them back in. I'm just going to leave that here so I know. I think I'm just going to work counterclockwise, starting with this one so I know where I'm at. Here is the original speedometer. It does have some pieces on here that the new one did not come with. There's an O-ring here. Hopefully I can get that off and stick it on here. I believe this is the side goes into the transmission. Yeah. And then this piece should clip right on in here. I'm going to take a rag and kind of wipe that off a bit. So I got the speed cable ready. This end goes down there somewhere. And this end goes in there. So this goes in that hole. I'm just going to get in there and... Oh yeah, it goes out. There we go. Where are you? Come on. Get a porpoise down here. Whoa. Goodness sakes. Oh yeah. There it is. Right under that. It's got to go on top. Okay. All right. I got that in there. Because you think you need to go on the wheels somewhere. Because it's mileage, right? That's when you're driving. But from what I read, it's on the transmission. So, keep you guys up here. See if you see me. Okay. So I have my speedometer cable here. And it hooks into here. But there's something, I think, that goes here. And then the speedometer cable clips into it. I don't seem to have that piece. Bummer. And now I've gotten everything out of the car. I checked the glove box. There's no console. There's a change drawer, which happened to have about 70 cents worth of change in it. I've checked under the seats. It's probably a part that costs a lot of money. If I can get it. I'm going to have to see. And my next problem is I also found where it goes in the transmission. Let's take a look at that. Okay. So, there is where that speedometer cable goes. There's no bolt in the hole. If you're going to work on a car and you're not going to put all the bolts in a little bag, you gotta leave the bolt in the hole. So now I've got to get a bolt. And I have no idea what size it is. Maybe I can find the information somewhere. Probably not. But maybe. And there is no rust under this car. Yeah. I just gotta go. Well, can't go down there somewhere. Yep. All right. Let's try that. falling debris. Oh, watch the eyes. I usually wear some safety glasses because I don't want crap falling on my eye, but I'm under the car and I forgot to put them on. Oh. Okay. Now turn. Oh, yep. Oh. It's there. And that's it in a good spot. I think that's in a good spot. Well, you know what? I bet it bolts into that because the other one, the old one, had a little clip with something. Oh, it just went home. It just locked in there. Now, if I had a bolt, well, for crying out loud, that doesn't even sit flat. OEM part might. Oh, there we go. Now clipped in there. And now we just need a bolt. It comes down to I need a bolt every time. Anyways, the original cable had a few clips on them. And I bet that's where that clipped in. Yep, right in the face. Okay. I got the speedometer cable in. It's hooked up to the transmission, although I got to figure out the bolt size. And then it's hanging in the dash. But I've got to figure out those clips on the underside. I hope I can find some. If not, I don't know. I'll have to see what I can find. Now, I'm going to change oil. It needs an oil change. The oil was pretty dirty, and it was low. So that's next on the list. All right. Oil has been changed. I put in a new oil filter. Made a huge mess of oil down there. Also, I was told this car has a heating problem or overheating problem. So I've pulled the thermostat. I don't know how you can tell they're good or bad. I have seen some that have been completely deteriorated and you know they're bad. They're cheap enough. I fixed them. They're cheap enough you can just swap them out. The thermostat here is in this housing. 2 bolts, 1 bolt on this side and 1 on that side. Pulled it out, cleaned it up. You can tell they used some liquid gasket, and it also had the old hard gasket on. I have bought a new gasket, but since I know there is a heating / cooling or overheating problem, I've completely drained the radiator. Here is my old coolant. See, there's a bunch of rust in there from the motor. I expected that. It's pretty normal. I am now going to fill it up with water, and I'm also going to fill it up with some radiator flush. So I am going to use this. It says once you drain the antifreeze, fill it with water, run it for 10 minutes, let it cool, then drain it. And then do the radiator flush with water, run it for 10-15 minutes, or you can do it longer for 3 to 6 hours. So I'm going to start with the 10-minute method. brakes in the Mustang are pretty much non-existent. I've been debating, do I just replace the booster and do I replace the master cylinder? Haven't decided at this point if I want to spend the money doing that, but there's a lot of sediment in this master cylinder, so I'm going to take the current brake juices out, take it apart, see if everything still works, and decide then if I need to just replace it all. How about that? I didn't even break the brake line. Take a look in there. You can see that is just really gross. Doesn't surprise me why the brakes were not working, because that's just nasty. Okay, radiator is now completely flushed. I actually flushed it 2 different chemicals, so twice, 2 different chemicals, and now we are going to swap out the thermostat and put the cooling system back together.
I don't know what time the other one was.
What'd you ask him?
Said I dibs riding in his car.
Oh. Okay, we have the new booster in. My son's inside wrapping up the bolts to bolt it in place. And now I'm gonna bench bleed the new caliper, or the new cylinder that I just put in. For that, I bought the Dorman, what is this? The Dorman Master Cylinder Bleeder Kit. We're just gonna bleed it here on the system, and then we'll hook up the brake lines and get these brakes working again. Okay guys, brakes have been bled. New master cylinder, new booster, bled. Everything feels much better. Now I've got it off the blocks, off the jack stands. I'm gonna roll it out for the first time. I still have electronic issues or power issues with the dash. I may have to take it back off. But let's see if the brakes work now. So let's fire it up. Hopefully I got everything back together and it works. Fires up. Tachometer's working, that's good. Tach's working. My speedometer indicator broke. Oil pressure looks good. Fuel is either empty or doesn't work. Let me turn on the dash. See, my headlights are on, but I got nothing. If I turn one blinker on, left side indicator works. I can hear it blinking, but the right side indicator does not. All right, let's, in reverse, let's see. Brake. Better than they were. Sorry, hands in the way. Brake is definitely better than they were. Still got to go to the floor. Maybe I just need to adjust the pedal. Not all the way to the floor, but it rides really nice. Smooth. Oh, I might be out of gas. Yeah, engine just died on me. I think I'm out of gas. Good thing I didn't go very far. I better make the long walk to get me some gas, because I'm pretty sure that's the problem. All right, so this bad boy is running again. I will tell you, the gas sending unit does work. It was empty. Ran out of gas. Luckily I was close to a friend's house, so I just ran over and we grabbed a gas can, and then, you know, after a few cycles of the motor, because it does have a mechanical pump, a few cycles, fired back up. Runs great, travels smooth. The brakes are better, definitely better than they were when I bought the vehicle, and it runs good. Then I stopped at the gas station and filled it up. So the car's running great. Next thing I need to accomplish is, it's got some molding that we took all off. It was kind of off, and I've been cleaning it up. So I got molding. I still got to figure out the dash, why it's not lighting up. I suspect it may be the headlight switch and the dimmer. At least that's what some forums say about the Foxbody Mustang. So I'm gonna check that out. I also have some ideas on paint, on how we're gonna paint it. I'm not hip on the yellow, but I hate moving away from original. So we're probably gonna keep it yellow, but I think I'm gonna add some black racing stripes. I also have an idea on the trim, but if you have some ideas or some pictures, drop a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys think, what we should do with the old Foxbody. I love that it's running. My son really wants to drive it. He's 15, he's getting his learner's permit. He'll be driving soon. He wants to drive it, so that we may let that happen, and I may drive it now for a bit anyway. So drop in the comment what you want to see done with the Foxbody, and let me know. Follow along. We still got, the story's not over on this bad boy. We're gonna do some more with it. It's gonna be a great little car. 52, almost 53,000 original miles. You cannot beat that on these old guys. This is a gem. Glad I was able to steal it from the guy who had it. Thanks guys, follow along. See you soon.